Welcome to Stacey J Studio. Come and hang with me today. Subscribe, like, and share. Let me know you care. Coming with a heart if you can't find the words.
Hi, I'm Stacey J and this is my studio and I'd like to welcome you here today. I have been meaning to get on here and do a vlog. Monday I like to do a Make 9 Monday and where I'm at with my Make 9s, especially exciting when I've actually made something. And this week I have. But today's Wednesday and Wednesday's meant to be Wheel of Fate Wednesday. I told you the other day that I just love putting those letters to what I do. Tutorial Tuesdays, you know how it is. It all goes like that. But I have not got on Monday and I have got on today, but I can't tell you what I'm going to do with this. Still not cut out. I had a great, for those that have just actually tuned in, welcome for the first time, welcome back. Anyone that has been watching me for a while, if you have been watching me, you'll know that I picked up on the whole Wheel of Fate from Carol from So Carol in the UK, who found some fabrics that she was gravitating towards and she decided that she wanted to make herself make something. And what better way to do is leave it up to the fate of spinning a wheel, and that's where it landed. Well, I've made 2 things already and I got landed with this fabric last week. Now it is a 120 wide and it is 4 meters long. I've traced out a pattern. I'm left-handed, so I've traced out a pattern and laid it out on the fabric and it ain't gonna fit. No way, no how, no, nah, it ain't gonna fit. So I've packed that pattern up. It's actually, that pattern actually is one of my Make 9s as well. So, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone and all that sort of garbage. But I had to put it away. So I've come up with another pattern for this giraffe eyeball. That one looks a bit like a chicken. I've had plenty of water, trust me. Not being delusional. So I am tracing out another pattern as we speak, which I will produce hopefully over the Easter break, and I will definitely be getting to you guys by next Wednesday the finished product. So what am I here to talk about today? I'm here to talk about my Make 9. My Make 9 was the Noah pants from Seam Work. Okay. I said that I was going to possibly do a sew along if I liked this pattern, if I liked the way it was made up, if I liked it on me. I am wearing them today. I have on a Fernbird, the Fernbird with a little bit of fluff difference change for me. I put elastic in the bottom of the frill instead of leaving the frill folded in half and being a frill. So I have worn that today. It was actually in mine today. I said, what, this old thing? Had it for ages. But I am wearing my Make 9 Noah pants. So did I like them? Do I like them? Do I like them? Yes, I do like them. I like the leg width. They're quite a wide leg. I've shaped it down from a size 12 at the waist to a size 10 at the hips. Yes, I'm reverse ordered. And I have done it in a stretch fabric. So they're super, super stretchy. Not that I need it. But this is my wearable toile, because if you remember, I've got the pink cord and I've got the pink denim, both that I want to make into a wide leg jean. Am I happy with the pockets of the jean? So the pockets are welt pockets. Okay, single welt pocket. And there it is there, sitting on the hip, nice and proud. Which I don't mind because, like I said, I have no hips, so it's not accentuating. That's the word. Any part of me that I don't want to be blessedly accentuated, bigger. So, and it's got some nice little darts at the back. Here's a bit of line drawing here for you. Okay. And there's the insides, because we all like to see no one's going to see the inside of my jeans. So, and they still smell like that denim, you know, the new denim smell. I did take them into a 10 and then I put them on and took them in a little bit more. The seam allowance on the side seams here is about more 3 centimeters than 3.5. Now, let me talk about this pattern. I did like it. I enjoyed the make of it. I didn't enjoy the making of the welt pockets. I think if anybody was making it for the first time, there's a little less detail to be desired for anyone who wants to make it for the first time. I'm just looking for the instruction of number 1 because I'm pretty much organized. I'm not even going to get to the instructions first. I'm going to go. I don't know if you saw my short where I said, you know what? There's a common way we do things and patterns, and there's a common way that, well, there's an uncommon way. There's a common way. So the common way that I'm very well aware of, or that I'm aware of, is that when you have a single pattern that you cut it out with the right side facing up. Ooh. Apparently the weather's bad up in Hamilton. I'm assuming it's the weather. Actually, we are expecting a cyclone coming in from Vanuatu. I heard that today because I want to know what the weather was like, because I'm going to be helping my son move some furniture into his house because I have the ute, and I have the ute here. And he does not have the ute to be able to do that. So I'm going to be doing that with him. Right, so when I cut out a pattern and it's a single piece, I have the fabric facing up. And it's usually the piece is the side and dress. So you have the writing of the pattern piece up. You have the pattern piece right side up. And then it lays down. So left side, right side, etc. That's when it's a single piece. Of course, when it's a double piece, it's okay, because you can, oops. I actually did see somebody put some interfacing on the wrong side of her facing, which I said to her, you know, welcome to the club. Go upstairs, pour yourself a drink, have a drink, breathe in, breathe out a curse word if you need to, shake it off, and then walk back down to the studio and keep going. So I came across every single thing that I had done the way that I had been taught was incorrect. The left-hand pocket bag wouldn't go on the left-hand side. So I had to swap them out. Now, the left-hand pocket bag and the right-hand pocket bag are different sizes. One, because the fly facing the fly, one comes over more to one side than the other. So the right-hand side has less fabric. Right hand side has more fabric, so the right hand side was meant to be bigger. So here's the two pockets. So one's slightly bigger than the other. Okay, and that's so it is tucked into the seam, and it's not a float about seam pocket, but it is sewn up the top and down the side, so it doesn't float about or anything like that. So what I did was, when I discovered that was incorrect, I better make sure I know what I'm talking about now. Right. Here's your right sides and wrong sides, right? So the wrong side of the fabric is plain white. Layout of the pocket is a plain white. That was when I realised that everything singular I had stuffed up. So I had to recut my fly facing, my fly tab, my pockets. I just left them as they were. I wasn't going to waste that much fabric doing it again. So I just chucked the right on the right, the right on the left on the right. And as it is, I washed them again, and the colour came out and turned them a dark shade of who knows what they were. So you can barely see that now. So that was my first, what the actual, you know, I was like, hey, but I'm a big grown up girl, and I had some serious cut-offs. So I just went and grabbed some of my strip down the side with the leg, because the leg's quite wide. And so I had a strip about that wide running down almost the whole run of the fabric. People just text me. And so that annoyed me a bit, because that's not common. Then it annoyed me that maybe I should have read it. And I'm like, 30 odd years I've been reading patterns. Anyway. So it wasn't that was a waste of 3 meters of denim or anything. And by the way, it's not 3 meters. You don't need 3 meters. I just said 3 meters because that's how much was actually on my denim roll. I have a little bit left. What to do? So that was my first boohoo. My first boo-boo, to be honest. Right. And then I went about making the welt pockets. As I said, there is not that much information about it on the pictures. It gives you, it's very good descriptions, like with the right side together, match the right pocket bag K to the right front A, aligning the markings and sandwich the welt F between the two pieces pinned, stitch around the outer pocket markings all through all the layers, making sure your backstitch to fully secure. So they hold your hand in so much. Now's the time to go and finish these seams. Now's the time to, don't forget to back stitch. So it's really, so this is seam work. Sorry, I don't know if I said that already. I'll be back. Right, so they do hold, yes, seam work. Sorry, I just took a call from Chris. I'm not 100% sure where I got up to, but he's just finished doing some work. He's been working so hard and so late these days. So I just got to sort of make sure when he gets home he has a good meal in him. Right, so it's Seamworks, the Noel Pants by Seamworks. They hold your hand all the way through, which I really think is really, really good for anyone who is starting out, because I hear it a lot that people will say, oh, they don't tell you when to overlock, or they don't tell you when to finish a seam, etc. And to me, that's second nature, only just for the extent of time I have been sewing. I do almost all my seams before I even start the project, and the only seam I don't do is my underarm seam, because I do sew my sleeves, and I overlock my sleeves and my bodice together in one hit, so I don't have so many seams under my armpit. Right, so that I found the welt pocket was a bit meh. I don't like it either. It's too, to me, the look of it is very chino look. It's not it's chino look. I don't know if it's the fabric too, because the fabric almost looks velvety. It's not. Trust me, it's not velvet. It's denim. So but it does look a bit velvety. So I just don't like that pocket there. So I'm going to make these again, but I'm going to cut in my own pocket. I won't be making them with a welt pocket again. So if I do a sew along, I will be changing it up. That's how I'll be doing it. I did like the way the fly was put together. Very basically nice for somebody starting out with a fly. The fly itself, after I recut it all out, the fly itself fell into place, and it was very comfortable, very great way. I would prefer a longer zip. They made you drop the zip. I like the zip to be close to the top of the waistband, so there's no gaping hole. So I actually scooched it up a bit, and the other thing with this pattern, I've not ever made a Seamworks before, but this pattern is a 1.5 seam allowance. So you drop the actual zip down like 2 centimeters from the top, and so you've got this gap of 0.5 centimeter, but then you've got the gap to the teeth start. So it's a bigger gap. So I just marked where my 1.5 seam allowance is going to be when I attach my waistband, which is only 1 centimeter, I think. And they're really good. They'll tell you they're really good with Mr. Christopher's home. And so I scooched it up because I wanted the zip to be right at the top where my waistband was. They use a nylon zip, which is really, again, a great thing for beginners. And yeah, I did love the way the pockets came together. I think it's an easy make. I think the welt pockets is the only thing that would make somebody flush them down the toilet. But I will be making them, and I will be making them in my pink, but I will be making pockets, like proper jean pocket. Now I will, you've seen them, I have put them on Instagram. Sorry, you might not have seen them. I put them on Instagram, I believe, and put them on my Facebook page. I'm kind of new to all other avenues of social media. I'll go on it. I just don't put much on there. So I am trying, guys. I'm trying to get out a lot more and do a lot more jigging around and doing reels and things like that. So if you see it and you see I've done it, please share the love and just show me that you have seen it, because I sometimes do these things. It takes me like hours to find the music, and everyone just hears the same thing repeating over and over and over again. Don't bother me none. So that is what I have made. But yes, I quite liked it. I made my belt loops. I made them wider. I basically get my 5.5 centimeter ruler. Right, 5.5 centimeters that way. I basically just laid that on the fabric, drew around it and cut it out, and then folded it in 4 and top stitch both sides. So I top stitched in black because I wanted it to be black pants or black jeans. But I think they're classier than black jeans. There is a great big brown patch on my back pocket. They're just a square back pocket as well, which means they're not fancy. They're just sort of squared off. And yeah, I just top stitched around those twice. But you sort of miss my jean pocket. Don't worry, I can definitely find the pockets, and my hands are definitely in them. You'll be happy to know my hands are keeping warm. I sing with my hands in my pockets. It's because I don't know what to do with them, because when I practice I don't have a microphone. So I'm like going, here, just keep these things in my pocket. And then I noticed today that I actually pull my jeans up and scrunch them like my daughter used to with her school skirt and her top. She used to do that when she was doing choir, which is a little bit cute. Right, so that's what I have made in my Make 9. So that's down, I don't know how many. Let's have a look, see where I'm at. I've made 3 of my Make 9s. So I've made the Elwood jean, I have made the Tommy jean skirt, and now I have made the Noah Seaworks high-waisted pant / jeans. Okay, how do I know they're jeans? I'm out of denim. No back yoke, which is quite cool. You know, a little bit of a different kind of jean. So that's 3. I actually put the little page in the wrong spot. I filled it out. I don't know how well my drawing is this time. Last time was a bit horrid, wasn't it? There it is there with my notes down the bottom here. My wide leg pants. That's my bottom. Okay, my Make 9. Don't forget, I've got these still if you want a copy of my my sewing journal for 2025. You can just jump into the Ko-Fi account and just drop me a little love donation, and I can email that off to you, because your email will pop up and you register in there. And yeah, you don't get the front page. That's just me doodling in front of TV. The thing I have actually done is I have gone through and put all, I do make a lot of style arc, and they do not put their body size measurements on the pattern for you to easily go into. You've got to scroll down, you've got to find size chart, and then it comes up. So I've actually printed that off and made my own and printed it off. And if you'd like a copy of that, just let me know. Yeah, so I had that. So it's just a heck of a lot easier for me to pop this in my book. And I can just go, it's the second page in, I think, or the third page, it's second page in, and it tells me that. So I can go, okay, my bust is, full bust is this, my upper bust is this. What's the size there? Boom. that's a lot of girth, that's not a lot of girth, then I can play and do my bits. So I thought I'd share that with you. I thought that was a good addition to my journal. So over here the whole time I should have been walking the walk, talking the talk, and showing you what my pants look like. They're nice and long. They're just, I've got a heavy, 2.5 centimeter hem on them, which is just gives it that nicer depth. Because they're wide leg pants, it gives them a nicer depth for movement and movement. What am I saying? Gives it nicer depth for aesthetically pleasing looks. Sure, let's roll with that. That term seems so much better. All right, so my Mr. Christopher is home now. It's about 5:45 at night. And so I'm going to go and make him some dinner. We got chicken dinner. I'm in the middle of a 8-week program with my son. He asked if we would join it. I think more of it is for a learning curve for him, because this is his first challenge that he's put out. And I went to the gym this morning in the city. I can move like that, and then I stop. That's awesome. That's ridiculous. Okay, so he did chuckle when I went in, and I said, yeah, I'm really sore in the pecs from Monday, eh? And he goes, okay. Because today was a conditioning class, and I ran up well, let's just say I bear crawled up the whole length of the gym. Yeah. Yes, that's my son. So this Seam Works one, I think the pattern, the sizing is pretty spot on. Like I said, though, I made it with a stretch fabric. I love the pant. Tell me what you think of it. Like I said, I would have put stuff here while I was talking about the whole pattern. And I'm quite happy with them. I'm really wrapped that I have this pattern, very much wrapped that I have this pattern. I do have some blouses from Seam Work as well, which I will endeavour to get to. I mentioned them in my Sew April blouse. I do have a blouse I want to make for Sew April blouse. I have just recently had 2 brides say, eek, my dress doesn't fit, I need help. And their weddings are in May the 28th. I think that's what they said. And somebody wants a tie made for their husband out of the leftover of the wedding dress fabric, which I think is quite adorable. So I will be busy. So I'm hoping I'm going to make my blouse. I have to design it. I saw a blouse. I said I want that blouse. I wasn't going to buy it because it was actually from one of those really cheap places, Shein. And although I could buy it, unpick it, and make it my pattern piece, but where's the challenge in that? Yeah, it's probably cost less than a pattern. That's it. Yep. Okay, everybody, I think I've rambled for enough. Hopefully we'll get this pattern cut out for my Wheel of Fate fabric. I will start thinking about my sew along for the Noah Seam Works pants, and I'm going to have some more fluid. I think I keep seeing the neighbour walk past the fence because it's wooden and it's got little cracks in it, and I swear I see something moving. All right, so I will love you and leave you. Thank you very much for watching. If you stayed to the end, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and see what I do come up with, because if you're watching me and you stayed this long, you know, yeah, I like my stuff. I've got my little trustees on. I love those. They just fall. My friend's husband mocked me for them ages and ages ago. So every now and then I take them off to feel youthful. Then I lose my glasses. So everyone stay well, stay warm, stay dry, keep cool, keep on sewing. If you are up in the north part of the North Island and you watch me, please take care. The cyclone is coming on through. We might miss it. I don't know. But in the meantime, please batten down those hatches, stay inside, snuggle up, burn a fire, like in the fireplace, not just make a fire, And yeah, definitely take care. Everyone else around the world, whatever troubles you hold, please make sure that they get resolved, and take care, okay? Hydrate, have no regrets, and it's really hard to say in winter now. Save face this summer. But seriously, look after your skin. It's the only one you're going to be wrapped in. Okay? See you later, guys. Take care. Bye.
Subscribe, like, and share, just to let me know that you care.